Sharks. My name is Hannah.
And I'm Molly. We're best friends from Los Angeles, California, and we're seeking $600,000 for 7.5% equity in our company, Must Love.
Look at this table of ingredients over here.
They're cheap oils like canola and palm, and artificial preservatives and flavors.
Not to mention monoglycerides, diglycerides, things I don't even want to try glycerides, and you won't believe what these ingredients are for.
Medicine? Paint? I got it. Cosmetics.
No. It's ice cream. Gross, right? Ice creams marketed as better for you often have unwanted ingredients, even ingredients made from petroleum, wood pulp, and even beetles. Gross, right?
That's why we created a line of plant-based indulgent treats made with simple ingredients.
Must Love. But Must Love is more than just dairy-free ice cream.
It's simply good-for-you fun that comes in pints like peanut butter swirl.
Or Molly's favorite, cashew cookie.
Or Hannah's personal favorite, snickerdoodle dough.
And novelty bars like dipped crunchy peanut swirl.
Or dipped vanilla.
Which tastes just like a chocolate frozen banana.
But how do we do it?
We start with a simple base of bananas or oats and sweeten with real fruit. And from there, we add in all the crave-worthy stuff that you really want in your ice cream. But Sharks, we didn't stop there.
This summer, we launched Sprinkles! They're plant-based, non-GMO, and go perfectly with our ice cream. Even the vibrant colors come from plants. Must Love is bringing plant-based indulgence to your family's freezer, pantry, and more.
So Sharks, who's ready to fall in love with
Must Love?
All right, that is so cool. They're like the female Ben and Jerry over here. I don't know what's up with Peter's face there does not look as enthusiastic about it. I'm always down for trying something that's different or healthier. I'm not adverse to GMOs or anything like that. If it's good, it's good, right? And that's the way I see it. I mean, I've eaten vegan cookies that were out of this world. That was like I couldn't tell that they were vegan. It's a thing that it can be that way. It doesn't always mean it's that way. And I think things get a bad rap for not being. It's like, oh, it's like you're gonna go vegan. Like, what do you eat? Like sand and dirt, or dirt and sand. But that's. Obviously, there's so many other options out there, and more every day. So I'm definitely interested in if I can order this ice cream online, which I imagine is probably pretty expensive. We'll be checking out their website at the end here, but before we do, go and check out shopsuperjoe.com, which where you can get your ABCs on. You can get your apparel like I'm wearing right here or behind me, my books, digital and in print. As well as my courses and masterclasses. So go over to shopsuperjoe.com to check it all out.
So please dig into your samples, and I'd love to tell you about what you have. From our banana line, we brought you our signature dipped vanilla bars and also our cashew cookie pint, which is
what about the chocolate around it?
What's the They're dipped in chocolate, but it's vegan. There's no dairy.
There's no dairy.
Oh, great.
That's very good.
Thank you.
Very banana-y.
Yes, you
must love bananas.
I thought it was going to taste terrible. It's pretty good.
Coming from you, that means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say I'm not vegan at all, and I've eaten so much of this I feel sick. This is really, really scrumptious.
Thank you so much.
So, tell us about you.
Yes, thank you. So we're actually best friends who met in undergrad at Berkeley.
We've been best friends for 15 years.
Both our parents immigrated here from Korea and started their own businesses, really came here for their American dream.
And after we both got our MBAs separately, I was at MIT.
You're an MBA from MIT?
Yes.
What was your specialty or focus?
I focused on operations.
And I focused on marketing.
Jeez. So you're asking for 600,000, 7.5%. That's a pretty punchy valuation. So I'm assuming now this is sold like hot bananas.
We launched in 2017. We had $35,000 in sales, and since then we've grown double year over year. Year to date, we've made $1 million.
Wow.
We're going to end this year 1.7 in revenue, and that's a very conservative number.
And what's your profit?
We're running a loss at about $400,000.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Okay, so why?
That's a classic. We were just talking about this, I think, on the Business Geeks podcast was it yeah, I think that's where we were talking about, where it's like you run into that issue of like, oh no, it was an interview. I did an interview with the creator of Black Sands Entertainment, who was on last week, and that will be dropping this upcoming week. It's probably already out if you're watching this like after Wednesday of next week. But yeah, that we talked about that. Like that's one of the things. Like, oh yeah, we got the numbers right, but then how much are you had in the bank? Well, we're running a loss of like $700,000 or something. Like, whoa, like hold on a second, that's a problem, right? And yeah, it's a problem if you can't sustain it to be a problem, right? If you have tons of investors, okay. If you're reinvesting that and you're cycling, you have so much money coming in that you're cycling up and down like a line of credit or from a bank, where it's like, okay, we have a line of credit of $1 million, and that's cycling up and down constantly from anywhere from 200,000 to 700,000, depending on what time of the month it is and what time where we are in our stock, right? That's something that you can work on, right? And work with, because you have enough money to like kind of smooth the problem out and all that. But that's rough. I mean, that happens so often with these types of businesses, where it's like the profit margins on food can be super razor thin, especially on something that I bet you their ingredients aren't cheap at all. And we're gonna check out their website, see what hear what their pricing and everything is. But yeah, man, that's always like a dagger. So hopefully they have something that gets them to that $8 million valuation that they're asking for. That's like, oh yeah, we got the PO for Whole Foods for it's $5 million or something like that. All of a sudden, like, it fixes everything.
So why the valuation?
You're running a loss.
So the food industry, I'm sure you're all aware, it's a really cash-intensive business. When you get into a grocery store, you need to first pay for that marketing to be able to be there and to reach those consumers.
You're going after the frozen section. Hard to displace other products.
Yes, we've fought tooth and nail for every position we've been in, and the frozen space is very competitive. Where the growth has been is dairy-free and novelties, so that's really our sweet spot of where we're hitting. And we have kept our shelf space in all the new doors.
What stores are you in? We don't even know. Tell us what stores you're in, what does it cost, and what does it cost for you to make it?
We're available nationally at Sprouts Farmers Market, and as well as in certain regions of Whole Foods.
This year, we launched in Costco. We tested with them last year, and
it was wildly successful.
Blew them out of the water.
They retail for $5.99 on shelf typically,
and our cost of goods is $180.
So how much money have you raised, if any, and from who?
We both invested $200,000 of our own money off the bat.
Good for you.
Okay, you're serious.
We also raised, in the last 5 years, 1.4 from a series from friends and family, and then angels and
What
institutional.
valuation was the 1.4 raised at?
We're actually in a seed round right now.
That's why we're here.
We're here. We're raising at an $8 million valuation. So this is part of the seed round right now.
Okay, guys, how could you come on Shark?
Hold on. Because Mark's about to go in hard here. Wow. Okay. So their margins are okay, right? They're not bad. The $5.99, I'm assuming that's what they're selling it at, or what they're selling it wholesale at, because it's $1.80 landed and $5.99. I hope that's retail, because then you're competing, like you're pretty much competing with Ben and Jerry's, like, and Haagen-Dazs and the higher end ones head on. Unless that's what you're landed, and then you're talking about like a $12 at the store, which maybe that actually might be it, which would be that's a tough sell to me. That is, as a non-vegan looking for that thing, and even as if I was vegan, I don't know that I would spend if it was $12, twice the price for ice cream as often as if it was like, in my house, we get Ben and Jerry's here, pints, maybe once every other week, 2 to 3 weeks. My wife gets her flavor, I get my flavor, and I just, take a few swipes here and there. I don't like go to town on it. And it lasts, and it's high quality, and it tastes great, and that's fine. So I don't need to get I almost feel like the other stuff that's out there, like that comes in like the gallon or half gallon, containers, I guess you could, say, they almost taste like chemically, is that a word? Chemically to me. And I don't really care for them as much as I maybe once looked the other way. But yeah, with the illness happening, and not going out to restaurants as often, spending $6 on a pint of ice cream and getting a few swipes every day to 2 days isn't that bad. I mean, if I went to a restaurant and paid for a dessert, it's going to be $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $12, $13, $15. I mean, you get the volcano at the Rainforest Cafe, and it's like $19. So, and that's 2 scoops of ice cream with some brownies on top of what used to be a sparkler is now just like a sparkly, like, garnish or something at the top. But yeah, so that is tough. I don't know that they're going to be able to get that $8 million valuation there.
Okay, you've watched the show, I presume.
Yes.
Right, knowing every single deal in the history of Shark Tank has been negotiated. Do you not think you're going to have to negotiate?
Yeah, we're ready to negotiate,
Yeah.
and we've spoke with the other investors who have participated in the seed round, and they're very excited for you guys to be
They're so
part of the
excited
seed
that
round.
they gave us the exact offer that everybody else is going to get.
Well, we're here to get to know you. You're here to get to know us.
No, you've known us for
already
13
know us.
years. To come to us and offer us the same that you're offering the streets, I mean, at least show us the respect of knowing where the value is that we're going to bring. I'm out.
Thank you.
We really appreciate the feedback.
There's two.
I mean, that's the floor, right? And I feel like, okay, so you came in looking to negotiate and maybe this got cut out, but like to me, that'd be like, look, that's just where we started. We have a number that we can get to, and work with it. Because otherwise, I mean, Damon gets offended kind of easily. It seems like pretty often, and rightfully so in some cases. But yeah, I don't think that this is a thing that he should be getting offended for. Now, I mean, their valuation to me, I mean, with the amount of debt that they're carrying, it's a lot. It's really a lot less. It's got to grow. It's got to grow a lot to get even half of that. I mean, you're running super negative there.
Problems. You're not worth $8 million. You're also asking for $600,000. Part of your strategy on Shark Tank, you have to decide how much you're asking for.
Yes.
Yes.
You're in the top quartile of ask. It's too much for me. I'm out.
I just want to say I've invested in a business like this, actually on Dragon's Den. It was exactly as you've got here in essence. So it was frozen dessert. What happened to that business whilst the sales were going up, but sadly the margin reduced? Because as we got into Whole Foods, Costco and others and all the supermarkets, they wanted to have the product 2 for 1. They want to have the specials. They want to have the end cap. Every single quarter, another marketing initiative. When the brand then started to actually go down, we had to invest more. We ended up with less than 3 or 4% net margin every single year. What ended up happening was that the manufacturer was making more money than we were. And I got out. I just got my money back. So just because of that and my experience, I'm out.
Look, I mean, you run into that in the supermarket regardless, right? That's where the end caps, you got to pay for the end caps, you got to pay for the displays. I mean, in this case, it's ice cream, so they do have usually have end cap, freezers, but it is a really tough controlled market that really is going to take a lot of money to overcome the problems, and they're going to have to grow significantly to make that work. And look, and more power, more power to you, Hannah and Molly, on knowing that what your worth is, and like, okay, we need to get that $8 million valuation to get to the next steps. I would like to know what you're going to plan to do with that $600,000. Nobody seems to have asked that, unless it was asked and it just was passed over for the editing purposes. But I'd love to have both of you come on the show and talk about the product. I'd love to get some, and I have a Sprouts not too far from me, and there's some Whole Foods that maybe if I'm in the area for it. So yeah, I'd love to try it out.
Sorry.
Guys, the problem I have, look, the products are good. They're just not differentiated enough. I get that they're clean, natural, wholesome ingredients.
Yes.
But there are multiple products, and the number of products that meet that criteria and check that box is growing very quickly. There's not that one trigger that makes someone say, okay, I have to try this. And for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
welcome.
Honestly, I think We've captured new customers with very
Guys, the
small
only shark
marketing.
that matters
Listen,
now is
let me
Lori.
tell you what I think, okay? Because I really know this space, actually,
Yes.
because I did a deal a year ago with Frozen Farmer, and we created what we call Frobert, which was a combination of sorbet and ice cream. You know, everybody up here at the time said, oh my God, brutal space, you're never gonna make it. You remember that. And
I was right.
it was, no, actually, he was wrong. It was a hard road, but we're going to hit 20 million in sales this year. But you are so competitive with my Frozen Farm and what we're already doing that I would not be being fair to her if I invested in another ice cream line. And so for that reason, I'm out.
We so appreciate that. Thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you.
Check out their
Thank you,
website in a
everyone.
second here.
Thank you.
For 200K, it's a flyer. I would have tried it.
For 2.5%?
No, I would have asked for 15%.
Yeah, they would have laughed at you.
No, they would have said, Mr. Wonderful, I'll do the deal. And I'd be up there right now, just like
What
that.
alternate universe would this
There's
happen
only
in?
one Mr. Wonderful.
Thank
Mark.
God for that.
Oh, Kevin can't get no respect. It's kind of like Robert in that regard. Again, Hannah, Molly, I'd love to have you come on the show. Everybody knows I love seeing Shark Tank sprinkled into the website. Sprinkles like intentionally, you know, the what's it called? I love seeing faces on the website. Oh, I'd like to see more faces on the website, but I like the fact that you got your co-founder's image there. It's very Ben and Jerry's esque type of photo. I mean, it looks great. So let's see. Go shop all. So they have a Shark Tank bundle. Like seeing that. $60. I mean, is that? I wonder if that includes. Does that include shipping? Taxes and shipping calculated at checkout. Wow, I bet you shipping is not cheap. Let's see, what's their pints cost? $12. I mean, I kind of already knew that, like, because I did the preview video and seen that. I didn't look too deep into it, but wow, that is pricey. And then to add shipping on top of that is pricey. So I'm gonna check it out and see if they have it at Sprouts. And go from there with it. Let's check out their Facebook. So they got 805 people following it, 745 likes. They got some engagement here going on. And we got there you go, Instagram. That's where people like to hang out there. 11,000 followers. Wow, they definitely got some. Some engagement going on there. It's so helpful too, right? Especially when you're talking about a product that is not cheap compared to the alternative that is maybe not as good for you or as healthy for you. But I get it. The pint thing, I never used to think. I used to think, Ben & Jerry's is too expensive. But thanks to the pandemic, I have been converted. So they linked this video off of their website showing all this stuff. It has 34 views. Give it a like. You're not going to like this. You're going to love it. Oh, if you're a banana fan, I highly recommend this section. Okay, well it says chocolate. Oh, must love bananas. Choco chip. I could see my wife would really like that. She likes everything banana. I can't. Anything that's flavored banana is just I'm out. It just is not for me. But you know what it is for me? Comments like this, and I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm gonna totally butcher it. Anjum, I hope. I apologize if I did. This channel will hit millions of views and you'll have a gold play button. It's just a matter of days now. Very good content. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching and being a part of the super community. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you go check out shopsuperjoe.com and I'll see you in one of these two videos over here. Take care.